Welcome back to the Clutch Your Kick podcast. This is your host, Alonzo Romo. And today we'll be talking about new Subnautica title, leaks for new characters coming to Overwatch 2, new Guerrilla Games projects, and much more. And let's get right into it. So what's going on, guys? So first order of business, we have a new Subnautica title that is confirmed to be in the works. It will be set in the same universe as the previous title, but is not confirmed to have a direct sequel to that last title, or is it going to be for sure a spin-off of the last one? Possibly could be on another planet in that universe. Then obviously the recent planet being 4546b. I played a little bit of Subnautica. It's a really good game for being a type of survival horror-esque kind of, but like a different vibe to it rather than like a traditional, like a Resident Evil type. It's definitely a really cool, take on the genre. And I don't know, I'm very interested to see where this goes. Subnautica is a game where they do take into account feedback from the community, and I think I like that a lot from them, because I think a lot of other companies should be doing that as well, at least to the best of their ability, instead of just winging it all the time, or maybe listening to a few things from the community, or if the only time they listen to the community is if people complain too much. But I don't know. I think this Subnautica is going to be a really good title to look forward to. The last one did get a lot of appraisal, as it should have, and I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Hopefully, we'll be getting some more information by the end of this year. We'll definitely update you guys on that. But yeah, there's Subnautica. Overwatch 2, we have some characters that have supposedly been leaked. One in particular leaked to be named Junk Queen. So I'm guessing maybe Junkrat's girlfriend or wife or something. I don't know. This leaker said that she's supposed to have a shotgun called a scattergun. So maybe similar to Roadhog's gun, maybe. She has a sword that has a bleed effect, kind of how Darius does in League of Legends, if you know what I'm talking about, or just in general, a bleed effect. If you hit someone, they're bleeding. Kind of like that kind of thing, like in Rust 2 as well. If you get hit by a bullet, you're bleeding. And it also deals damage over time and can be thrown like a boomerang. So that's obviously one ability. You have the battle cry that buffs her and her teammates, which kind of gives you the what's that healer's name? Bridget? Is it Bridget? I think it's Bridget that has that for her ult, is the battle cry, and does the exact same thing. It heals everyone around and like basically buffs healing basically around everyone that around you. Then another ability is called Carnage. It applies a bleeding effect to enemies in its path. So I don't know if that's tied in with the sword, maybe that's what the sword ability is called, Carnage. That's my guess. There's Adrenaline Shot that gives her a passive self-healing, which is basically like the Nano from Ana. And then leaked ult is going to be called Rampage, which allows her to keep enemies from healing. So basically that's going to be like Ana's grenade. So she's this Junk Queen, supposedly, kind of sounds like just a mix between maybe a Roadhog, an Ana, and who else has like a bleed? I don't think there's anyone that has a bleeding effect, but the only one I can think of damage wise that has an effect would be probably Ashe with her dynamite grenade. Who else? Is there someone? There might be someone else too that has an effect. Well, I guess Ana too. When you hit an enemy with her sniper rifle, it kind of has like a little bit, like a very small lasting effect of I'm not really bleeding. Maybe you can call it bleeding, but like a damage effect, I guess. Obviously, we're gonna take these leaks with a grain of salt. Especially this would be a very huge grain of salt to take in, because I mean, this is a full-on character that someone just is saying that, oh, these are going to be all the abilities. We'll see. We do have the beta for Overwatch 2, or Is it beta or is it alpha? I'm not sure. One of the two. Coming out in the next few weeks. So we'll definitely see if this character's in it. If they are, then obviously well, this person was right. And we also have the other character to look forward to, Sojourn. They're going to be adding quite a bit of characters to this game, I heard. So we'll see with the base roster from last Overwatch and what they add to this one. Honestly, I think they should get rid of Echo. I feel like Echo is just disgustingly broken. I facing her is gross. I hate it. But yeah, there you go. We got some leaks on a character from Overwatch 2. Guerrilla Games. Guerrilla Games. There is a guy that has leaked or rumors that basically all the Killzone fans should stop praying for a new game because the franchise dead, basically, and it's never coming back. There is rumors, though, of a multiplayer shooter that has an esports competitiveness to it. A lot of people are thinking that this could be maybe a new SOCOM game, but it is rumored to be in the Horizon universe, which is odd. So I don't know if that's maybe be some sort of multiplayer shooter for Horizon. There are Rainbow Six Siege development leaders involved in this. So if this is true, this could be really interesting. If it is Rainbow Six leads involved, I feel like we could be leaning more towards a SOCOM game. I don't know. I don't really see how it would be a Horizon game, considering that the Horizon games are going to be or are already only single players. That's kind of weird. But this guy also rumored or leaked that Horizon will have a third game. So, I mean, that kind of goes along thinking, why would it be a Horizon game if it's in the Horizon verse for multiplayer? That doesn't really make sense. I feel like a strong feeling from these details feel like it could be a SOCOM game. And obviously, there might be a Killzone title, maybe for PS6, but we don't really know the future of Killzone. I mean, the last Killzone was kind of a flop. It had great visuals. Definitely was a cool, like, small quote unquote reboot to the title or to the series. And obviously, I don't know, it didn't really grow that far. I don't even think it got any awards, to be honest. But yeah, old Killzones will always be such great games. They were, I don't know, I feel like they were ahead of their time. I don't know, they're really good games. I hope they make a reboot soon, but I mean, if that's the route they want to go, or if this is really the route they're going, where they just don't want to make any more, I can understand that. A lot of reboots do get ruined. We do obviously have that Splinter Cell reboot coming out in the next couple of years by Ubisoft. I'm not going to be trying to hype that up too much, because I feel like they might fuck it up. But I mean, we'll see. But I digress. We have COD 22 details being leaked as well. A lot of leaks this week, to be honest. There is a possible upcoming event on the 30th of this month. A lot of people, or this guy, or this group, I guess a little group of people, is leaking that it probably won't be a reveal, because the reveal is set to be in May. But I don't know. With the way that last year was, we obviously got a later reveal, which I believe the reveal was in August, but they were having trouble because they had to have Treyarch come in and help them. So that could have been the reason why. So we might just be getting a basic reveal, or normal reveal, as we do for most CODs in May, or we get usually, yeah, that is true, huh? Usually in April, we get teasers, and then May is usually where they launch the full-on reveal trailer. So we'll see. I mean, we know it's going to be MW2, so that's going to be cool. But I'm very interested into seeing how they're going to work this, considering that there won't be a 2023 COD, with them obviously taking a break to work on Warzone 2 and everything. So yeah, I don't know. Very interested in the updates and content that will be leading up to fill that void of time. But yeah, Intel is getting new laptops. Recently, they did announce their Arc graphics cards coming into desktops soon, which will be coming this summer. But they are introducing a Arc chip graphics cards, obviously shrink down to go into laptops. Those will be coming out at the end of Q2 of this year. So that's very interesting to see. Intel definitely getting the graphics cards game. I'm really intrigued to see where that goes, especially with the heightened prices of graphics cards nowadays and how hard it is to get your hands on them. There has been proven fact, though, that with Intel announcing this, the prices of NVIDIA cards, and I don't even know who buys Radeon cards, but I know NVIDIA cards have been going down lately in the market due to this and just less demand for them recently, because I think people are actually finally listening and not buying PCs right now or building them for the time being, since they are disgustingly expensive above MSRP. But yeah, so Intel doing this, I don't know. I'm actually really excited to see how good Intel can make a graphics card, considering that obviously they are a CPU company and they make really strong CPUs. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes in by the end of this year, and yeah, we'll get an update on that hopefully. Sega could be coming back into the gaming industry. They could be supposedly they're calling this project that they're working on a super game. They're calling it a AAA multi-platform. So we're getting a cross-platform game from Sega. Interesting. Most likely probably multiplayer. They're describing it as basically a game inside another game, or games inside another game. Kind of similar idea that the way that Roblox is. And we all know how big Roblox is around the world. Mostly targeted obviously for the younger folk. But yeah, if they can make a competitor to Roblox, that is something interesting to see, especially for Sega, since they have recently left the arcade-esque of games. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see their take on a AAA title that is a very different approach that Sega could have. I honestly don't even know how Sega's still a company, considering how old they are. But hey, I mean, if they can make it work, then they can make it work. That's going to be very interesting to see, to compete with Roblox, which is basically probably one of the biggest games in the industry right now. Because obviously, you know, it's been around forever. I remember even back when I was young, like 10, 11, 12 years old, you know, just gaming on Roblox and freaking on my laptop. Yeah, Roblox was fun. So if they can make it into that type of thing, will they knock Roblox off the top, or will they match them, or will they just fall short? We'll see. And hopefully any updates maybe this summer or by the end of this year. Xbox could be getting another console. Xbox Series X. Microsoft is rumored to be in the works of a smaller Series X. It obviously will be more efficient with the materials being in use, and the Series X chip is going to be smaller, which, I mean, we kind of figured a lot of things, especially with the last gen when we had the PS4 Slim. They obviously shrunk a lot of things down in that system, and it was a little bit shorter. But with Xbox, obviously, I think it was last week I told you guys about the PS5 Slim and PS5 Pro supposedly being in the works. With the Series X, let's just call it, I don't know, Slim or small fridge. That obviously, I don't know. I'm guessing they'll probably change the shape of the console, considering if they're going to make it smaller. Unless they make it like a cube or something, that'd be kind of weird. But I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go with that as well. Kind of weird that Sony and Microsoft are supposedly, and we don't really know for sure, but if they are, why are they working on these new consoles when it's still kind of hard to get this generation's consoles? Like they should be working on that maybe a little more. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, there you go. You have supposedly a new thing. And also, I think it was, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there is a hardware announcement later in 2022 um, by Xbox or Xbox. We don't know if that could be console related, if that could be something else. Maybe, I don't know, another equipment for Xbox. We don't really know for sure, but that is supposedly coming later in 2022. So my guess is probably it'll be around October, November. I think that's usually when they hold conferences, or maybe summer. Summer, a lot of things happen, so I don't know. We'll see. This summer is gonna be very eventful. So I feel, at least I feel like, because we have two God of War Ragnarok that I believe will be coming on the summer as well. I think I gotta recheck the date, but yeah. Fortnite. If you hate the MK7 rifle, you're gonna hate Fortnite right now. They are bringing it back as it was the winner of the donation of the gold stations around the map last week for the combat rifle or the MK to stay in, and the MK was the winner, sadly. So you can get shredded while being shot by a tank, and while getting RPG'd, and while getting sniped by a Barrett 50 cal or the heavy sniper rifle. How fun! Condo Canyon will be the new part of this update as well. How last week was with the Battle of the Daily Bugle. This week is the Battle of Condo Canyon. And it's the same thing. They have resistance now built up in there. The battle bus and turrets will also be a donation thing, I believe, to upgrade the turrets, I believe that's how it is, how it was. I think like the first week there was turret upgrade or something for the gold donation thing for, was it the tank? I don't know if it's the tank, I forget. But yeah, Condo Canyon, Battle of Condo Canyon's now the thing. Jetpacks have made its return into Fortnite. They have been unvaulted, but they are only located on blimps or in blimps, and they'll be on the wall, similar to how Spidey's are in the Daily Bugle on the walls. Jetpacks will be there, and I believe there's no fixes to them. They're exactly the same that they came when they were vaulted back out into Fortnite now. And they also, for a limited time, have taken out from the vault the Easter grenade launcher that launches eggs that bounce. That'll be making a comeback as well. So yeah, basically it's just going to be hell for the next week or so, even more, considering actually probably past a week, even if the Easter egg grenade launcher's gone, since obviously now we have more shit to deal with. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like before the no build was fun, but then they started adding shit to counter the tanks, and I kind of wanted that, but at the same time, it creates like new metas of people just fucking each other up with RPGs and stuff, and that gets really annoying. But I don't know. I feel like it's Fortnite did reach another peak when it had the no build, and now it's kind of going down because they're making these things. It's like they make it enjoyable and then they bring it back down again. It's like fluctuating. I don't know. It's very hard to get by, I feel like. But yeah, that's Fortnite for you for this week. And lastly, we have Valorant getting a little small patch. And we'll be having new servers that they have built in Latin America for connection problems that they were dealing with. So that's great news for them. Bulldog and the Stinger now have delayed fire inputs. So basically, anytime you switch between aim down sights and hip fire, obviously with the Bulldog and Stinger, when you aim down sights, you have the burst fire option. But now, instead of being able to like switch between the burst and the hip fire full auto fast, there's a bigger delay now. So now there's like a little break in between before you start firing after you switch to full auto. If you try to do that, that always, it's like a little penalty. So basically you don't have to freaking burst and then full auto all of a sudden. That's kind of broken. But yeah, the Bulldog and Stinger, I low key like. The Stinger is freaking too wild. The Bulldog I do like though, especially because it takes like 2 bursts for a headshot. They are pretty cool, but I don't know. I feel like they're not used that much. So what's the point of even touching them? People that do use them, actually, I don't even see people use them that much, to be honest. I don't know. I don't even. I feel like even in the pro scene, I don't really see it as well. I don't know. But also with the Valorant point purchases, they have been like the store screen has been, well, not nerfed, but they fixed where it took 20 years for it to load. Before, or at least for me, I would try and buy Valorant points, and it would just be a loading circle in the middle of the screen forever. And then when I'd hover my cursor over the back button, to go back to the previous page, then the points would show up. It's such an odd thing, but yeah. And now they fixed that to where it'll be the loads are basically fixed and are loaded in seconds instead of long. So yeah, that's the news for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, not really any more updates based off of our social status here at Clutch Your Kick, but make sure you guys keep listening, stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace out.